Get ready to submerge yourself into the mysterious world of marine life because we're about to look into one of the strangest and most well-known creatures in the sea. These beautiful, glowing creatures drift through our oceans like little water ghosts. And get this, they have no brain, no heart, and no blood. Some are tiny as a fingernail, others bigger than a blue whale. Welcome to the weird and wonderful world of jellyfish. Believe it or not, jellyfish aren't actually fish at all. They're invertebrates in the group called cnidarians. They've allegedly been floating in our oceans for over 500 million years, too. That makes them even older than dinosaurs. Today we'll explore their incredible life cycle, shocking abilities, and why some of them are among the most dangerous animals on Earth. Jellyfish are made up of 95% water. They have no bones, no brain, and don't even have lungs. Instead, they have a simple nerve net that helps them sense light and touch. Their body is basically a bell-shaped umbrella with tentacles hanging underneath of it. They move around by pulsing their bell to push water, kind of like jet propulsion. And those tentacles? Those things are loaded up with tiny stinging cells called nematocysts. The jellyfish has one of the strangest life cycles in nature. The entire process is miraculous and super unique. Now let's take a look at how the magic happens. Well, it all starts with the eggs and sperm being released into the water, and this is where the mind-blowing life cycle of the jellyfish truly begins. The eggs get fertilized, and then those eggs grow and develop into a tiny swimming larva called a planula, which then settles on the seafloor, a rock, or even a dock, and then grows into a polyp, which is a little stalk that kind of looks more like a plant. The polyp can clone itself too, which leads us to the strobila stage. And when conditions are right, it releases tiny baby jellyfish called a phyra. These grow into the familiar adult medusa we see in the ocean. They undergo a crazy transformation underwater, kind of like a butterfly, just way more alien looking. There's not just a couple types of jellyfish either. They come in an incredible variety of shapes, sizes, and colors. For example, the lion's mane jellyfish can grow tentacles over 120 feet long, which is longer than a blue whale. Some even glow with bioluminescence, creating stunning light shows in the deep, dark sea. Now, when it comes to describing a group of jellyfish, it's called a smack. And yes, that's actually the real term for it. And here's another fun random fact for you. Some species are even eaten by people in Asia as a delicacy. So how about you? Would you dine on a dish made with jellyfish? Let me know in the comment section. Keep in mind, not all jellyfish are harmless. Some can actually be incredibly dangerous. The box jellyfish, especially the Australian one, is one of the most venomous creatures on the entire planet. Its sting can cause extreme pain, and far worse, if you know what I mean, within minutes. That's not the only dangerous type of jellyfish either. There are plenty of them to steer clear of. For example, many sea nettle species are also known for delivering painful stings. Several types of these sea nettles can cause intense burning sensations, red welts, and discomfort that can last for hours. While not usually life-threatening like the box jellyfish, their stings are no fun and are definitely something to avoid at all costs. Some of the larger ones, like the black sea nettle or the Japanese sea nettle, can grow quite big, and they have really long tentacles, making their stings even more noticeable when they do happen. Let's just say it's definitely best to keep your distance. Then there's the Portuguese man-o'-war. Although it's just a relative of the jellyfish, it's often mistaken for one. Its long tentacles can stretch up to 30 meters, which is nearly 100 feet, and deliver very painful stings that can cause welts, nausea, and in rare cases, more serious reactions. And we can't forget the lion's mane jellyfish that was mentioned earlier. It's one of the largest jellyfish in the world, with tentacles that can reach over 30 meters long. While their stings are usually not fatal, they can cause intense pain, skin welts, and severe discomfort if you come in contact with them. That's why it's always smart to respect these unique and powerful animals when you're in the ocean by staying a safe distance away from them. So with all that danger talk, you might be wondering, how long do these things actually live? Most jellyfish have surprisingly short lives. Once they reach the adult medusa stage that we usually see floating around, many species only live for a few weeks to a few months. Some of the smaller ones might only survive a couple of days. However, their polyp stage, that little stalk attached to the seafloor, at that point, they can live for several years, sometimes even decades, quietly cloning itself and waiting for the right conditions to release new jellyfish. And of course, as we talked about earlier, the immortal jellyfish is in a league of its own, potentially living indefinitely by resetting its own age. Overall, the lifespan of a jellyfish really depends on the species, water temperature, food availability, and whether they get eaten first, unfortunately. Now let's kick back and take a look at some of the most beautiful jellyfish from around the world. From majestic, brainless drifters to ancient ocean survivors, jellyfish are some of the most colorful and fascinating creatures on Earth. They have somehow outlived dinosaurs and adapted to every ocean on the planet along the way. That is beyond amazing. If you enjoyed this video and learning about jellyfish, then please tap that like button. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe so you won't miss out on the next wildlife deep dive right here on I Watch Animals.